welcome to another weekly edition of the Best Way to Smoke News. Make sure you got enough rest.
Man.
This news is being sponsored by none other than this glue guard. Get this glue guard. You won't be smoking on spit. No drip lip. News being presented to you by Serpo Jr.
Make
favorite
sure you,
smoking partner.
Oh, yeah, you are. My bad. Hey, look, and make sure you stay elevated with Big J.
You did? All right, stepping right on into it. Cannabis-infused edibles are the most popular products on the New York market, according to a recent survey. And I wouldn't even just say New York market, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to say what this is right here. Edibles across the universe. The universe. The survey also, edibles are the most popular product among New York cannabis consumers, according to a survey commissioned by cannabis brand Jaunty, which found 40% of respondents said they consume edible products more than vape products, which was the vaping at 21% and flower at 17%. I would have been in that 17% like a motherfucker.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can say I probably because I'm scared of edibles a little bit. No, you just can't control that shit. You don't know when it's gonna hit.
You can control it.
You don't know when it's gonna hit. That part. Yeah, you can control it. You just don't know when that motherfucker gonna bank your ass.
Yeah.
All right. In a statement, Jaunty co-founder and CEO Nicholas Guerrero called the survey especially illuminating. It's clear that most New York consumers want economically priced, approachable options that taste great with predictable effects. Yeah, you're going to be towed up. Respondents were nearly split on whether they understood the difference between concentrate types, distillate, live resin, and live rosin. You know, we done talked about the resin, rosin, and all that. You know what I mean? The distillate, that's like for when you cook, you understand, to keep that weed taste up out of there, right? Yep, I'm learning something, y'all. With 35.2% saying they were confident in their knowledge, 30% saying they have a basic understanding, and 33% saying they were unsure of the differences. I'm probably in that 33%. Well, 30%. I just know basic understandings. Most respondents said they believe cannabis brands are transparent about what is in their products and clearly label ingredients and sourcing, while 31% saying labeling is inconsistent and unclear, and 13% said most brands lack transparency. I don't know, some of the little edible packs I see, 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams, take at your own risk.
And that's very transparent, though, right? Man, hey, we all know what's been going on with the immigration shit, though. People being deported. California is a sanctuary state, though, but the feds is still swooping up in here doing their thing. And now the immigration has migrated to a cannabis farm. Deadly immigration raid rocks California cannabis farms. Over 300 arrested in major crackdown. A large-scale immigration raid on 2 prominent California cannabis farms and their illegal farms. Last week resulted in over 360 arrests and a tragic fatality. Somebody passed away, marking one of the most significant anti-immigrant crackdowns since President Trump took office. Federal agents descended on Glass House Farms facility in Camarillo and Carpinteria, sparking widespread fear and chaos among workers and local communities. During the operation, 57-year-old Jaime Alanis, a farm worker, fell from a greenhouse roof while allegedly attempting to hide and later died from his injuries, becoming the first known fatality in a Trump administration immigration enforcement action. And they were saying he ran for no reason, though. Like, he wasn't being chased, you know what I'm saying? And he went, where he went and fell and stuff like that, though. But, a lot of different reports that I've seen, though, it was a lot of people running, and a lot of people did get away. Some people went and hid in the actual fields and stuff like that, though. You know what I'm saying? And then they had videos of them coming out the field, like later on. Like, the news was there, like, look, he's coming out. All right, look, the Department of Homeland Security stated The raids were based on criminal warrants related to the harboring and employment of undocumented immigrants and claimed 14 children were rescued from potentially exploitation. And then, and they also, it was a sex offender that they arrested there too, though, that was working on the farm, though. The aggressive tactics employed by federal agents included the use of tactical gear and tense standoffs with protesters. Drew strong condemnation from immigrant advocates and local officials, while DHS maintains it is investigating alleged child labor, human trafficking, and abuse. No specific charges have been publicly filed. And that's crazy to me, though. Like, it's been some time, though, with no charges filed, but they came in there and did what they did and took a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Let's see what's cracking lacking in New Jersey. Cannabis regulators in New Jersey on early last week, approved the first endorsements for on-site cannabis consumption. The 4 endorsements by the New Jersey Cannabis Regulator Commission were approved for High Rollers Dispensary, Merchantville, and I want to say it's Urban Dispensary located in Newark. Not New York, but Newark.
Newark.
Y'all crazy over there, bro. All of the businesses are all of the businesses are diversely owned businesses, minority owned, women owned, or disabled veteran owned, as certified by the New Jersey Department of Treasury. In a statement, Commission Chairwoman Deanna Hanahu, no, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Deanna H. I just don't know how to say that last name. Called the approval of a major milestone in New Jersey's cannabis industry. The designated spaces provided consumers with safe and legal options for cannabis consumption, whether individuals cannot consume cannabis inside their homes or simply wish to consume cannabis legally and responsibly. These areas provide a practical solution. I don't see why you can't smoke your own cannabis in your own home. But I just been hearing whispers like certain places, like, they may trip on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They come to your house and they smell marijuana smoke in your home. Don't know why they do so. But to receive a consumption area endorsement, applicants must first obtain municipal approval and meet specific facility, safety, ventilation requirements. After obtaining state approval, the retailers need to pass a final site inspection before their consumption area can open for business. Cannabis consumption area applications in New Jersey opened early January to social equity designated businesses. You know what I'm saying? And as of April, 2 for micro and diversely owned businesses, and in July this month for all other operators. So, you know what I'm saying? They finding a safe place for you to go and indulge.
Man, keep it cracking, man. They always tripping on us. You see that face right there? They always tripping on us.
He look like he leaning up to take a fart.
Man, something need to come up out that motherfucker though. But look, House Committee advances bill to block DOJ cannabis rescheduling. You know what I'm talking about? A significant development in cannabis policy unfolded this week as a U.S. House subcommittee approved a spending bill containing a provision that would prevent the Department of Justice, DOJ, from using federal funds to reschedule or deschedule cannabis under the Controlled Substance Act. The House Subcommittee on Commerce, Justice, Science, and related agencies voted 9-6, that was kind of close, to advance the legislation, which, if enacted, would effectively block the Biden administration's ongoing effort to move cannabis from its current Schedule 1 classification to Schedule 3. I told y'all a while back that it was some bullshit. It was some bullshit brewing. You know what I'm saying? This move by the House Republicans comes even as sources suggest President Donald Trump may be considering rescheduling cannabis, setting up a potential political showdown over federal cannabis policy. This bill's language explicitly states that none of the funds appropriated or otherwise made available by this act may be used to reschedule marijuana or to remove marijuana from the schedules established under Section 202 of the Controlled Substance Act. While the bill does maintain a long-standing rider protecting state medical cannabis programs, that's a good thing, from federal interference, the prohibition on rescheduling represents a clear attempt to curtail the executive branch's authority in this area. The legislation now heads to the full House committee for further consideration, and its fate remains uncertain as the border debate around federal cannabis reform continues to evolve. Come on, man. Stop lying to us. Like, come on, man. We've been going through this shit. Man, I'm going to just keep smoking those shit.
Yeah, keep smoking, stay elevated. You know what I'm saying? And we knew it was going to happen, so not a surprise.
Man.
Well, licensed medical cannabis cultivation has officially kicked off in Kentucky with the recent launch of Ormery, Kentucky LLC, a Tier 2 cultivator based in Mayfield. Medical cannabis cultivation began last week at Ormery, Kentucky LLC, and they're a Tier 2 cultivator based in Mayfield, Kentucky. The first crops to be grown under the state's medical cannabis program. In a statement, Governor Andy Bashir noted that lawmakers approved legislation in April, which moved up the timeline for licensing by 6 months, allowing cannabis operators to commence earlier than permitted in 2023. In the 2023 bill legalizing medical cannabis in the state, this administration made a commitment to Kentuckians suffering from cancer, PTSD, multiple sclerosis, and other eligible conditions. And I am proud we are making progress to deliver safe, affordable access to medical cannabis. Through work with the General Assembly to move up business licensing by 6 full months and providing licenses with the tools they need to get up and running, we are closer than ever to providing Kentuckians with life-changing relief. That's, you know what I'm saying, bottom line is I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because medical, look what they say for cancer, PTSD, multiple sclerosis, you know what I'm saying, and other eligible conditions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where to help, you know what I'm saying? Right on, Kentuckians. According to the governor's office, additional licenses, including processors and testing laboratories, are expected to begin operating in the coming weeks. So the Kentuckians, y'all got it cracking out there.
Ain't no question.
That's another weekly edition of The Best Way to Smoke News. Your favorite smoking partner, Serpo.
So you stay elevated with Big J.